L is for the way.
At Petfix Club, we want to make owning a pet the best it can possibly be for you and the one you love. Enjoy personalised online pet care at petfix-club.com. Start your free trial today. Love your pet? Join the club.
Hi, and welcome to this week's IGTV session with myself, Pete Wedderburn, also known as Pete the Vet. Now, I'm here as one of the co-founders of our exciting new website, PetFix. And PetFix is all about providing good quality veterinary information, telling people what they need to know about their pets so they can live their best possible lives, both people and pets living together. And that's what you'll find on PetFix, on petfix.com, which is where we're based. Anyway, so tonight we're taking a little bit of a step away from the usual dogs and cats and pets, and we're talking about horses and ponies and donkeys and goats. Why is that? Well, we're talking to My Lovely Horse Rescue.
Good morning, Martina.
Hiya, how are you?
Great. I love this outdoor stuff.
Do what?
I love this outdoor stuff. It's very different to usual.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I'm going to
Very
introduce
appropriate.
so many animals tonight.
Have you? Oh, great. That's very cool. Have you got somebody? Have you got a camera person there beside you? Have you?
I do. Yeah. Is everything okay? This is Claire on camera.
That's great. That's fabulous. That makes it a bit easier, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you just this is Charlie talking. This is Charlie here.
Hey, Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
So do you want to just have a quick visit around the farm first?
Well, yeah. Hey, hang on a second, Martina. Tell me about yourselves first. Tell me about My Lovely Horse Rescue. How did it start? What's the story?
I'll have to go down to Charlie to stop him. So you're on the main My Lovely Horse Rescue farm tonight, and so we're here 7 years, and we started 10 years ago. So it's actually our birthday. So it's our 10th year anniversary. I'm one of the co-founders, along with Kathy and my sister Deborah. So the three of us started 10 years ago, and just basically we all loved animals. We helped, we do a lot of work with Dogs Aid Animal Rescue, and we just saw that horses just seemed to, we just had nowhere really to call and get help. And all being from Dublin, you know, we just see so many horrible things. I live in town in Rialto. I would see an awful lot of stuff. We're near Ballyfermot. We would see a lot of stuff. So I guess we were just like, we just needed help, you know. So and then 2 horses that we ended up rescuing turned into, now we have over nearly 500 animals, and I'd say we have
on your farm.
Not on the farm. On the farm we have about 130 animals. But in all, we have a rescue centre in Cork as well. And we have Kathy, so that side of it has Charlie. That side of it has that side of it has the pigs. So we have My Lovely Pig Rescue, we have My Lovely Horse Rescue Cork, and My Lovely Horse Rescue, the main farm.
Great. Harry Griffith was just on just now. Harry Griffith was saying, "What a great place you are." And he got his pony, Dolly, from My Lovely Horse Rescue in 2019. So I'm sure there's many more stories like that.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. Yeah, we've loads of stories like that. So we'll bring you around and kind of show you what we do here.
How do you operate? Like, how do you find out about horses needing rescued?
Sorry, we're gonna have to move away from Charlie because he wants to say everything to like doggy language. Charlie, we've got to stop. So sorry, say that again.
How do you find horses that need rescued?
Basically, the public, an awful lot of the time would give us a call, and a lot of the time as well, the guards, we'd help the guards quite a lot. And this is like, we started Dublin, but now we're countrywide, so we kind of get calls like all over the place. So yeah, the public, that's why we're like, I suppose we're here because we were the public. So we had the exact same problems they had. We couldn't get anybody to help us. So now we're here as that sort of, you know, we're helping the public. We are the public. And the public are amazing because they help us with so much, you know. They help us like fundraise. You know, we'd be lost without them because we don't get that much in grants. And we need the people out there to support us so that we can help the animals that they're worried about.
So do you have like a horse box and a car, and you?
Yeah.
So if you hear about a crisis situation, off you go. Is that what happens?
Yeah, we have 2 horse boxes and a horse van, and the horse van just came here, or we got it this year, just a few months ago, actually, and it's really lovely because it's Dublin City Council gave us money towards it, and which was brilliant. We do a lot for Dublin City Council with and the guards. So we just said, look, we just really need this, and a horse van just makes things a little bit easier in certain areas where we have to get in and out fast with guards. It's great to have, you know. A horse box is really hard to maneuver, and so it's good, yeah. So we have that now as well. So that's really kind of helped us. That's gone off now to collect one of our horses that's just been in training and bring it back to the main farm.
And like last week, Kathy was telling me about the volunteers that she has. Do you have volunteers helping you as well?
Oh God, yeah, we've absolutely loads of volunteers. We have we have lots of the volunteers. Like we have probably about 70 volunteers, and
wow.
A lot of them are doing like admin. They're down in Cork. They're doing all sorts of different things. Some are, you know, sorting out different things with the governments, the police, doing training with the police on the legislation. So we've loads and loads of different things going. We have fundraising teams, homing teams, you name it, we have it. And then we also, here on the farm, we have volunteers, and we use workaway.com, where people from all over the world come and stay. And they come and stay and work for us for like a month or 2 months, and that's really brilliant because you meet lots of different people. You just see how amazing people are all over the world as well, so it's really good.
It takes an awful lot just to organise the volunteers then, I'd say. Like just the management of all those people. Yeah,
no, it does, and we have great people on board that, you know, that take over all those kind of things as well, so it helps myself, Kathy, and Dave as well. We have, in fact, you know what, we have an absolutely amazing team. Everybody is brilliant, you know, everybody just gets stuck in 24/7, give all their time. Like a lot of us have lost our lives to animals, but, you know, it's all worth it in the end.
You seem to have a few dogs around you. Do you rescue dogs as well?
Yes, we do. So basically we rescue, so it just grew from horses, then obviously the pigs. Our first pig, Wilbur, which you'll see in a bit now, he died, but you'll see his photographs. We have one of the places dedicated to him. So yeah, we do. These 2 are greyhounds, 2 rescue greyhounds. So this is Tracy, and this is Felicity. Felicity was very, very nervous at first, but she's doing amazing. So 2 of the volunteers have done some fantastic work with her. And that's what the whole thing is about. Like, these dogs and animals come in really, really scared, and, you know, and in bad condition. And everybody they're such animal lovers that they just put so much extra time into each animal. And that's what makes My Lovely Horse Rescue.
It's so rewarding, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is.
It really is, yeah. So come and show me some more of your animals then.
Yeah, so I will see if there's any pigs in bed at first, because you'll just see kind of here. So here is the quarantine area.
Yeah.
Every new horse that comes in has to go in here for 5 weeks, and they're vet checked. You know, just making sure that everything is okay with them. And then.
But they'd all be microchipped, wouldn't they?
And microchipped, just if they're not a horse.
Just lost you.
Yeah. Everybody is microchipped and passported. So they're brought in here 5 weeks, and then they're moved to the main yard. So we'll walk around to the main yard because we'll meet some. There's 2 new mules and a donkey just came in tonight, so you'll meet them. Right. Down here, if you can see it, we'll walk this way.
Yeah.
So down here is where the piggies all sleep.
All right.
Oink room. So we on this farm we have 12 forever pigs. So these are the guys that they just kind of come here and we just love them so much and they stay here.
Yeah.
There's no
Harry
bed.
says, Harry just asked, is Tom still around? Harry just said, is Tom still around?
Sorry, we lost. You're back.
Okay, sorry about that.
I
This
don't
is the
know.
only place.
I don't know who Tom is.
Okay. If Tom is a horse.
Looked like very happy pig asleep there.
Yeah, that was Charlotte. She's the lazy pig. She sleeps. Actually, we'll bring it down to me Elvis first.
All right.
Yeah. So Elvis is one of the pigs. So the pigs kind of do their own thing. So they get to hang out. We have 36 acres here. So the pigs basically get to just go around 36 acres. So do the goats. We have 64 goats at the moment.
64.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Do you milk them?
No. And this is Elvis.
Oh, look at Elvis. This is Elvis. This is Elvis towards the end of his career. Obviously, he's gone to the fat stage.
Yeah, Elvis has left the building. So Elvis came to us from, he was a little tiny piglet, and
Wow.
some kids were walking him in Drimna, Drimna in Dublin, like. So we heard about him. Two of our volunteers went up to the kids. They didn't know what to do with a pig. They were given a pig. So we took him anyway, and he was only tiny at the time, and he was absolute. Pigs are amazing. As Kathy said last week, we have such a big love of the pigs. Like, we just want to do so much for them and change so much for them as well, you know. Factory pigs, whatever, but these guys are absolutely, like, look at that. Where would you? They're better than dogs even. Like, they're unbelievable. And everything is to like their nose, you know. They open the stables and they let all the horses out. So they're nuts. But we absolutely
What sort of pig is he? What sort of pig is Elvis?
He will be a pot belly. We have all different types.
Yeah.
We've got absolutely massive ones as well, and we have
He's pretty massive. He's hardly a teacup pig.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. There is no teacup pig, you know yourself.
I know. No.
Yeah, and that's a big deal. This is a goat that just came in recently. These are really scared goats. God loves
He almost
them.
looks like a wild goat.
Yeah,
we have some of those up in Bray Head.
Well, that's what we're looking for, a place, because all our goats are they're quite domesticated. But these poor guys are very scared, so we are going to look for a place for them to go. They've been gelded now or castrated, so they're going to do well eventually. So I'm going to bring you around to the main yard.
Great. This is like visiting the farm.
Yeah, I know. It's like, Annika, right, follow me. So this is the main, when all the animals have done their 5 weeks and everything is vet checked and chipped and registered and sorted. First they're sick, whatever, they're better. Then they come here. Come on, Rebecca. And this is so this is the main yard.
Right.
So a lot of them are out and about at the moment. So you can see we have little Nicky here. Hey, Nicky. Hey, hello. So Nicky is 12 weeks old.
Oh, look, lovely. Lovely.
And
where was he born with you?
Well, he was one of our horses that was sold on us. Was out for adoption. She was sold, and we spent just over a year looking for her, and finally got her back. Found her on Dundee. We raced down to Galway with the police because everybody has to sign an adoption form, and it's legally binding, and none of the passports change over to people's names. So her passport was in our name and always remains in our name. And the person who had her got her into foal, sold her, Nicky was born. So we went down to Galway with the guards and we found her and this little boy. The owner, the new owner, had to hand her over, obviously, because it was illegal that he even had her in the first place.
Wow.
The passport. Wow. So we keep all the passports in our names. We don't allow people to change that over. And it's basically, we've made a promise to all our animals that, you know, someday if they're not wanted by their new families, they can come back here. And that's just someday we could have 10 animals. But hey,
that's great. So was she pregnant, or had she had the foal by the time she came to you?
She wasn't pregnant. No, we don't let any of the horses get pregnant. She got pregnant. They got her pregnant. She was gone a year and a half, so I'd say they pretty much got her pregnant as soon as the adopter sold her. We have another adopter that sold a horse as well as just a while ago, and we find out about everybody. We have a team that make calls and find out these things, and turns out the horse was dead. And wrote us this crazy letter, said it was dead, and oh my God, David, we loved him. Anyway, we got the Department of Agriculture involved because we asked could we see a death cert or from the knackery, and ended up she came clean and said she sold him. So we're in the middle of a court case with solicitors at the moment.
Oh gosh.
England, and he was taken to England illegally because his passport is still in our name.
Oh dear. Wow.
Just crazy. So I'll bring you down.
Yeah.
This is so you can see we're coming to the kind of the main yard now where the magic happens. And it's quite quiet now because a lot of them are out. But I'll bring you up to meet. This is Goat Town, recently just built for all the goats. So
Go, go.
yeah, they like to have fun.
What music do they like? What music do the goats like?
They listen to Depeche Mode. They're very kind of 80s type. But they love it. They climb all over it and they're mad.
Yeah.
Around here we have some of our guys here.
Right.
All types. That's the thing about here. We have all types. And you'll see loads out here.
Beautiful horse.
Yeah, there's some beauties, and it's such a shame. There's some amazing beauties, and there's like some of them are just so lovely, and it's so sad on them,
Yeah, yeah.
We give the hay. We still give hay. We give hay in the mornings and evenings, and then they have 36 acres to wander around. Like there's loads out there, so they have 36 acres to wander around, do their own thing, and then the pigs the same, and then they all come. These all stay out mainly. And then we would take some in. We have like 40 feeds in the morning, 40 feeds in the evening for anybody that's skinny, and just the way we do it. Like we bring it.
Would you ride the horses?
No, we do send them to training. There's one coming back now, Stephen, who's been in training. And look, not every horse can be trained to ride, And the thing is, every horse has. Well, a life worth living, as we say, but they do.
Yeah.
They could be a companion. They don't have to be really. Like this is beautiful Isola. Hi, Isola.
Very friendly, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a dote. And she would be worth an absolute fortune. She is half a Kerry Bog and half a sport horse, and she is crippled with laminitis, which is really sad, But she's doing great now. We have specialised shoes on her, and she's in here because she can't have grass. She can only have a certain amount of hay. So you have to be really careful with them. This is our oldest girl over here. They've just come in from the field.
Yeah.
This is Maria. She's 36.
Wow, 36. Looks a bit saggy, all right, doesn't she?
And she would have been just a foal machine, basically,
look at her. She's lovely.
She was found in a bog. So
Never.
God love
in a bog.
Yeah, in a bog, which is crazy. Just crazy.
How long has she been with you? How long has she been with you for?
She could have died. She was really, really skinny, and she was with another. But she's come on, for that age, it's insane. But she's come on so well. So now she has a boyfriend. This is him here, Grandpa John.
Yeah.
Grandpa John. Hi. Grandpa John is a big fella.
He is, isn't he?
He is. He's gorgeous. So he came in. He's an old boy, and he came in through a serious cruelty case in Cork, where say here the poo basically was up to here, and we had to get a digger and pull down the doors, and some of the horses came out. They were there for about a year, they came out and they couldn't even walk. So Grandpa John and 5 others were part of that. And we asked, could we keep the 5 worse? We asked the Department of Agriculture, could we give them a chance? Because they wanted them put down. And they said yes. So we only lost 1, and everybody else is still alive and kicking.
Great, great. He looks very happy too.
Yeah, he is. He's lovely. He's really lovely.
Yeah.
And then we have another here. These are kind of the stickers. And we have, hi, this is Holly Ann. So Holly Ann was a trotter, and she was trotted too early. So as you know, being a vet is very bad for their legs and their backs. And it was just too much for her. She was only about 1, and she was on a cart and a sulky. So she suffers with terrible pain sometimes in her legs. But we have her on a really good pain management. She gets to run out. She has great friends. She's put great condition on, and she's an absolute sweetheart. Isn't she?
He looks very well.
Yeah, she does. She's really doing good now. But yeah, so we've all types, shapes, sizes. A lot of the black and white types, the cobs. But and the cobs are great. They're so healthy and so big, and they're fab. I love them. So I'll just bring it through here.
Okay.
And it's a nice evening because the evening time here is lovely. It's my favourite time of the day. Everybody's relaxed.
It looks fabulous. And tell me, can the public go and visit you and kind of be shown around, like?
At the moment, no, because of COVID, and also this is a working farm, so it can be quite dangerous. There's the tractors going, and there's all sorts of movements and stuff. And a lot of the animals during the day walk around this area. We'd have the gates open, so they're in and out all the time. So we have to be very careful. But yeah, on appointment, we do bring groups up. We had kids from Dublin 8, kids from Cork, they came up just before COVID, and that was really good. They were doing all sorts of like mucking out, and they came up with the guards in Dublin 8, and everybody had a great laugh. That's what we're about.
I've heard that a lot of what you do is about education, about animal welfare. Is that right?
Yeah. So what we do is we educate the guards a lot. So we had been to Templemore, we'd done a lot with them. We teach the legislation, and just basically on animal welfare and the Control of Horses Act, and it's just so important. So guards don't know; they don't even know how to check for a chip, and that's not their fault. It doesn't come into Templemore being taught that in Templemore. So we did go down a year before COVID to Templemore, and that was brilliant, and we had a really great feedback from that when guards were then out posted in different places around different stations around the country. They rang us and asked for help and said, right, I remember what you said about how to check for a chip. And so we want the Department of Agriculture to send out chip readers to basically all the stations all over Ireland, which they should have one. We're also we want and I think we're going to get it at last a guard, an animal welfare guard in every station. We need one. Everybody needs a person to go to.
I mean, Ireland's done quite well with bringing the legislation up to date. So we actually have quite good legislation, but what we don't have is good implementation at all, unfortunately.
Exactly. We're not enforcing it. That sadly is the big part of it. We're not enforcing the legislation, and it's not up to the guards to enforce that. It's up to the government and the Department of Agriculture to enforce that, and councils. And that's the sad part. We're not doing that, So we do need to do that for definite. We fight along with that, and we kind of, I suppose in our 10 years, that was one of our goals. We have a lot of Garda friends, and a lot of guards that are volunteers here as well. So we know what the problem is, and it was always the problem, and we've tried to change that as much as we can. Sadly, through COVID, it was kind of harder then as well. But we're doing a video.
What has COVID meant? How do things change for you over COVID?
Well, a lot of our big fundraisers, like we would do a lot with music. We're very musical, obviously because of Kathy and Neil Hannon. So we would do a lot of like gigs, and Electric Picnic is a huge fundraiser for us every year. And plus, it's a great way for everybody to be out there and have a great time. And we bring animals and stuff. and that obviously for 2 years now is cancelled. So that was a huge amount of money lost for us. But we just kind of like, we didn't, like a lot of places panicked. We didn't panic. We sort of went, right, we've just got to change things, and we've got to be more, we were always we're all very good online, but we just did lots more online and just show what we're doing. And one of the things I think that took us apart from the bigger organizations was we were out there rescuing right through COVID. No matter what, we were out there. We were allowed, like every guard allowed us travel all around, you know, and we had to. Animals needed help during COVID. It was a really hard time, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it is. It's very hard. It's a hard time.
Tell me, what? Oh, I hear a donkey.
Yeah.
Who's this?
The donkeys all talk, like you hear this at 4 o'clock in the morning. I stay here about 4 nights or 3 to 4 nights a week, and honest to God, 4 o'clock in the morning, they all chat. But there's some donkeys up this way, and there's donkeys down here. A new mule. We have some mules now. Mules are beautiful. So we have
tell everybody what a mule is, because some people will know what a mule is.
So a mule is a cross, really, between a donkey and a horse.
Right.
These are the two newbies. Look at them. Here, I'll go into them.
Gosh, they're beautiful, aren't they? Sleek. What a sleek coat.
They're just a little nervous, but aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
So the thing is with a mule is that the boy doesn't necessarily need to be gelded, because
because they're sterile.
Yeah, because he's sterile, yeah, so they don't need to be gelded. So that's really
But they can be maybe a bit too male sometimes, can they?
Sorry?
Can they be a bit too male sometimes, though, just from the point of view of having a calm.
We get them gelded anyway, because sometimes they can just be a little bit too boisterous.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like they are very good. But you know, they're like so intelligent. Like they're not like a horse, they're not like a donkey. They're this mad mixture, and it's like they got all the brains and the busyness. They're always into something. But we've got like now about 15, I'd say, 15 I think, mules, and we love them, and nobody loves them.
Do they make the same noise as the donkey?
No, do you know, they make the maddest noise. They make a noise between a donkey and a horse, so it's basically it's the weirdest sound. It's the best sound.
Can you do an impression for me?
Scotty Davy.
Very good. Oh, look at that gorgeous little creature.
Donkey. And here we have Julio. So Julio's our biggest donkey.
Yeah. Well, he is big.
Isn't he big? So Julio, obviously with his name, he's a Spanish donkey.
Lovely, yeah.
A big teddy bear. He is so soft and gentle. It's unbelievable. He's such a good boy.
And do your donkeys live in groups?
Yeah, they do. It's funny with the donkeys. They I just nearly heard him doing his mad neigh and donkey thing. But yeah, it's funny with the donkeys. They do the mad, or they when a donkey comes in, you think sometimes they'd mix with the horses or whatever, because we kind of let everybody mix together, but they don't. They're very strange. They literally, donkeys mix with donkeys, so they basically go, hey, I'm a donkey, you're a donkey, come to the donkey gang. And that's how they do it.
Do you have a donkey disco?
Yeah, we always have a donkey disco. On a Friday night, the donkey disco happens. The donkey wonky disco. Ed Sheeran, where is he? I just saw him. Oh, there he is. I've got to bring you up to meet one of the goats who's come in a bit early. So the goats are hilarious. They go off in this massive gang of 60, terrorise the neighbourhood, and then they come back. They always come back. It's gas. And this here is Ed Sheeran. He usually shows everybody around when we're showing people around. Hi, Ed. Hi, Ed. Say hello to everybody. Say hello to
Look at those droopy ears.
So this is Ed.
Isn't he lovely? Isn't he lovely?
So Ed
is he an Anglo-Nubian?
There's like so many types we have here, but yeah, he's beautiful, isn't he?
Isn't he? With
and he's
character.
so gentle. He was very simple.
I love the little dangly bits under his chin.
Yeah, exactly. earrings. He is such a sweet. So
He's
I was
very
painting,
cool.
he got pink
Very
all
cool.
over. So he's a good boy.
Yeah.
So he came in a terrible state. Like we actually, one of his hoops basically was falling off. He had hoop rust. A lot of them get that, and sometimes there's no going back. But we surprised the vets. We gave him a lot of care and attention, and basically had special little boots on him and everything. And now he's perfect. Like he's doing so great.
He looks fabulous.
Yeah.
He's gorgeous. There's equestrian Teachy is saying, "Es gorgeous." Yeah, there's lots of fans out there. Lots of fans.
And he sings better than the real Ed Sheeran. He is the real Ed Sheeran.
All right.
I'll bring you down to
He's a character.
So where are all the pigs? All the pigs are out in the field.
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, do you work with other associations or organisations as well?
Yeah, we work at Dogs Aid Animal Rescue in Finglas. And we would have a great relationship with them. Maggie, who runs it, she bought us our first horse box 10 years ago. So like, and is always so worried about us, and she's so lovely. She's always like, you know, are you okay? Do you need this? What do you need? She's so good to us. And yeah, a lot of other than like that would be one of the main sort of charities. But we Paws are really lovely. We they help us with the greyhound, and I think it's really important that that charities don't diss each other. That they do try to work together. But to tell you the truth, sometimes it can be very hard.
What about DSPCA and ISPCA? Because to some extent, you must be on their territory. What they were doing before, were you, or trying to do?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose. Look, they do their thing. And that's
There's too much work for everybody, really, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, you can't look at. You can't say things about other people. I don't think it's fair to say things about other rescues, even if you don't agree with some of the things they do. I think you should always, stay quite neutral. That's one of our things. We don't kind of bitch about others because I don't think it's nice, and I don't think it's good from a rescue point of view to do that. I just think that we stick to ourselves.
I think that's been a big problem over the years with the animal rescue.
Yeah.
Community generally.
Yeah.
Like, everybody in animal rescue is doing their best in their own way, and it's so you can criticize other people. What good does that do? Infighting just causes problems. It doesn't make things better at all. So it's great to hear that from you.
I absolutely agree with you, and that's one of the biggest problems with a lot of people, a lot of rescues, and like we would get on with most, and I think you should, and I think sometimes you have to say, I've been with quite large organisations, rescues, that have literally said, no, we don't want to work with you. I've asked them, I've said to their top people, let's put our problems aside. And they basically, our issues aside. Let's do this for the animals, thinking, safety in numbers, let's do this. We can do this if we all stick together. And it's not about money. This should be about the animals, but it always ends up being either about money or egos or whatever. So what do you do, What do you do?
So who are these ones?
So these are our little, this is our section where all these guys are waiting to be gelded. So we use UCD to geld. So these are our little boys. And a lot of these came in very scared and stuff. And now, this is one of the things we do. So basically, we're around them all the time. So we always have 15 people here every day. And one of the things we say is, touch every horse, touch them and rub them and play with them and love them. And it really does take them out of that fear they have of people. And just, scratch them. And same with the pigs, same with the goats, the dogs, the cats. We do it with everybody. And it's human interaction. And I think it really is, it makes them so secure then, and it makes a bomb-proof little pony to go to a home or whatever as well, So they're great little guys.
And listen, would the vet come out to you to geld them, or do you have to take them into UCD?
Yeah, sometimes. But what we do is we try to we bring them into UCD. It's nicer for them that way. They're taken
Yeah.
care of, you know, it's done properly. And especially summertime, you can't geld during summertime because outside, because of the flies.
Yeah.
And they do, they can get very sick from it and stuff. So it's nice to, you know, to do it that way. And then when they come back, then we can just care for them, and then they can go out and run around the fields then. You know?
Yeah. This is something else I wanted to ask you about, which
Yeah.
is your eco-friendly shop. Tell me about your eco-friendly shop.
Yeah, well, basically, actually, and it's a good thing now to ask out there. So we're using for our t-shirts and our sweatshirts at the moment. The donkey's all singing and dancing. We use it's an online store basically, and we loved it because of the sustainability, and we love anything like that, you know. But the thing is, it's an English company. It is a little bit more expensive. So tonight, we would love to ask if anybody knows of an Irish sustainability kind of, you know, eco-friendly company that do t-shirts and sweatshirts and whatever, to contact us, because we would love to talk to them. That's what we're looking for at the moment. We'd love to, you know, buy Irish. We'd love to do that, support an Irish company, and we've been trying to find an Irish company to do that. But so yeah, that would be great, because
Put the word out there.
Yeah, put the word out there.
We'll mention it in the blog tomorrow as well.
Yeah, brilliant. And we have a shop. We have a charity shop, and we hope to have another one very soon as well. It's very vintagey. It's very kind of cool, and it's lovely. And we just like to do everything sort of a little bit different, you know, happy and colourful.
Yeah, and it's an online shop. So how do people find it? They go to your website.
It's on our website. It's actually on the front page of our website. One of the volunteers, little girl Chloe, is on it wearing her sustainability sweatshirt. So it's on there. Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, and listen, if somebody wants to, like, you showed me all these lovely animals. What about if somebody wanted to adopt one? How would they go about doing that?
So what they do is there's on our website on mylovelyhorserescue.com. There's a section there if you want to adopt or foster, and you fill in the form, and it just helps us know about how much land you have, how much experience you have, if you have other animals, what kind of animal you're looking for, and it really helps us then match the right animal with the right family. So that's there, and it's very easy to fill out. Our admins then get that. We sit down every week or 2 weeks. We go through all of those, and we have a homing team and a foster team, and they sit down and go through all of those. So it's really good.
And do they have to pay you money for the animals? Yeah,
well, it's like so it's very little. Like all our animals are gelded, their teeth are done, their feet are done. They get so much money pumped into them. But we do ask for an adoption fee, not a foster fee. Fosters we love because, you know, they help us, and if they need us, we cover the vet care and stuff. But for an adoption, we do ask for a fee, depending on the type. So if it's a young horse, if it's a Shetland, if it's a riding horse, the money is different. But nothing's over 550. So that's for an actual riding horse that's been trained, which is pretty great. And as I said, all the passports stay in our name. That's all. It belongs to you. Yeah, it's your horse until the day you don't want it, and then it comes back to its original family.
And what about the donkeys? Same
as the donkeys. It's 150 euros to adopt a donkey, and in that situation, the donkey is gelded and is gelded, fleed, wormed, chipped, passported, teeth done, feet done, everything is done and ready to go. You know.
Great value, then. Yeah.
It is.
And what about if somebody wants? What about if somebody else is watching this tonight and they're saying, "I'd love to volunteer that." You've mentioned workaway. Is that the best way for them to get involved?
No, like you could go into workaway, but no, we have. So we on our website, there's also on the front page. There's a part there about volunteering, and again, it's just to fill out a quick form and get in touch with us. And one of our volunteers, Dorothy, she then contacts that person by phone or email, has a chat with them, and then we say a day to come out and to the main farm, and and basically we show the person around. We do ask that people either give 1 day a week or 1 day every 2 weeks. It's not worth every month or whatever, because it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of showing people around and showing them what to do, keeping safe, you know yourself. So it's good. And you don't need, by the way, horse experience, because you're with the horses, the pigs, the goats. So you're with every type of animal, and we'll teach all about those things. But we do ask that you give a little, like definitely 1 day or 2 day or 1 day every 2 weeks is the most.
A commitment. And are you looking for volunteers? Somebody just asked the question, are you looking for the volunteers for the cork rescue at the moment?
Yeah, you can get in touch with, through Facebook, get in touch with our Cork. So it's My Lovely Horse Rescue Cork. Kelly and Jeanette run the Cork. The Cork. It's a smaller farm, but absolutely always looking for help. Always looking for people as well, men, to come and fix things and sort of things. Same here, you know, like fences break, shelters have to be fixed, all sorts of stuff. It's a constant work around here. Like at the moment we're painting everything, you know, so it's a constant job you have every time, you know.
Do you have many people living on the farm?
Yes, so we always have about 12 to 15 people on the farm, and it's basically it's for safety, let alone anything else, because we have had people arrive. We do have CCTV everywhere too, but we and a guard on speed dial. But we do have people coming up here and going, "You took my horse," and it's like, "No, we didn't." But, you know, so just to keep everybody safe and keep the animals safe more than anything, you know. But they're very safe.
Must be a great, so apart from all the animals, must be a great human social experience as well then.
You know what? It really is. And that's one of the things that we definitely make sure that everybody has fun. We are a kind of, I think, quite a fun rescue. Like, we have a great laugh. Like, you know, we finish at about, last checks are 8:30, 9 o'clock. But everybody kind of finishes at about 6 o'clock, 6:30. And then for dinner, and at the moment it's lovely, everybody sits outside. And we have a really great laugh. Sometimes people play the guitar, sometimes we have music blaring. And it's really lovely. And the animals are interacting in that as well, you know, the pigs and the goats. So it's great.
The goat disco.
Yeah, the goat disco is full swing from 12 o'clock at night.
Just one more question came in the question box there. What are the requirements for adoption? So you mentioned they have a chat with everybody, but do you have specific requirements, or is every case taken as a whatever on their own merits?
People shouldn't be put off and think, "Oh my God, I don't have any horse experience," because we can teach that, they can learn that, they might have people beside them. We do ask that they have shelter, a good secure field, paddock, whatever they have. That the animals, you know, and also one of the biggest things is no animal goes out just on their own. They have to have a friend. So everybody is in twos. Not that we will give them in twos. If they already have a horse or a pig or a goat, great, or dogs are different. And but if they only have one, then we won't adopt it out. It has to be two. Because look at these two, like they become best friends, like just best friends. Like, and I'll show you one of their friends. There's a very strange horse. Mr. Gordon Ramsay here. I just saw him pop out of the hay, so I was like, "Oh my God, you're a kid for it, John." So
you're always naming your animals after famous people, are you?
Yeah, a lot of them are after famous people. Well, obviously the Ram. But this guy is hilarious. Like, he has made best friends with the horses. He doesn't hang out with the goats at all. He literally.
You look at him.
Like he came in wild. And God
I can see why you might call him Gordon Ramsay, even just from that little shake of the head there.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a temper on him.
Yeah.
But he's awesome, you know. But he hangs out with the horses all the time.
Yeah.
So he's and you see, these are great. We have all these shelters. You can just sort of see, if you show around, we have these big shelters everywhere. So they're fantastic for the winter and the summer for all the horses.
Wow.
Yeah.
Listen, Martin, it's really been amazing looking around your place. Thanks so much for that and hearing about it. And I love your enthusiasm. Like it really sounds like last week and this week, you kind of get the sense that you guys are creating this ideal world where humans and animals live happily ever after together.
And you know what? It's not just, but we're very quick, or very much a part of all animals as well. It's like everybody, like whatever they are, color, whatever your color you are, whatever you are, you know, people should all be the same. And we try to do it with the animals. Like the pigs hang around with the horses, the goats hang around. Like some days here, you've got every type of animal. It's hilarious. And they're all just hanging around. Like, look at Gordon Ramsay, sits in with the horses all day long.
Yes, you can see that. Yeah.
And that's what we love.
There's Ballyhay is on, and she just says, "You are all wonderful," and I have to second that. I second that. That's fabulous.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, look, you're all welcome back anytime you want. We're always delighted to show around and meet all the lads and the gang, the madness.
Well, thanks very much for giving us your time, and we better wind up now.
Yeah,
and
thank you so much.
it was just I really enjoyed learning all about everything that you're up to. Keep up the good work. You're changing the world in really positive ways. So keep going. Keep going.
You too. So thanks a million for that. Brilliant.
All right. Talk to you again.
All of us.
Okay. Bye now.
Bye.
L is for the way.
At Petfix Club, we want to make owning a pet the best it can possibly be for you and the one you love. Enjoy personalised online pet care at petfix-club.com. Start your free trial today. Love your pet? Join the club.